Scorpios, it is Scorpio time. In good old Scorpio fashion, they are going to get the zombies. Full moon in the 11th, sun in the 5th. You picking your friends or your lover? Or do you need a little bit of both? Can they all get along? That's always a weird story, you know. You can fall in love with somebody, but their friends could be weird. Or your friends don't get along with your lover. Or your lover's friends don't like you. Oh, man. Or you're watching too much MSNBC and we're trying to reel you back to truth. Take down your Biden picture in your room. Did you love what Obama fucking put that he got his CV and he's like, you must take that because it'll prevent it from giving it from giving it to others. It's like, how did you get it? It's so funny seeing his tweet. It makes no sense. Like, yeah, because it'll prevent from having it and blah, 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 and giving it to others, all this crazy shit. It's like, well, then how did you get it, motherfucker?
Haven't we already gone through this?
That's so fucking crazy. I'm like, somebody, he didn't even write that. That's how you know.
That's so 2021.
He didn't even write that shit.
Don't they know that everything's moved on to Ukraine?
You think if he really had CV, he'd be like, oh, I'm going to write this really elegant tweet. No, fucking.
Oh, my God.
Maybe Michael wrote it. I don't know. All right, let's see what's going on with Scorpio. They say that he might be a Scorpio, actually, his real birthday. 3 of Pentacles in reversed here. 6 of Wands in reverse is your challenge. 2 of Wands in reverse here is your overall. And we got a 10 of Wands. Wow, there's a lot of weight going on right here, Scorpio. 3 of Pentacles reversed. It almost feels like things are kind of falling apart. How do you have to align and come together and build things or find people who want to build things together? The 6 of Wands here doesn't feel like there's a victory right now. It almost feels like there's some sort of bad news that's happened right now. We got a victorious C and it's reversed. It might be some bad news that have come your way here. And a 2 of Wands reversed. It feels like, you know, are your worlds going to mix together? Or maybe you're dealing with somebody who's kind of trying to break away, or you're trying to break away. 3 of Wands. I think that you have to remain optimistic and find ways to get in and make things work. These zombies are finding a way to get into this little house party here where they're all happy, but they're going to get in there with big bones and they're going to break through and get their flesh. You know what I mean? So I think you need to remain more optimistic. I think that you might be falling down a negative spell here. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like you don't feel like you can be victorious about anything. Don't play the victim card, though, to get love right now. Don't play like I'm going through hell right now or I'm going through a bad thing and that you should love me, because that's going to push people away more. 2 of Wands. Came with the Knight of Wands. I think that, you know, you have to kind of be you might not feel like you're able to be the one that leaps more forward in happiness and love, but it's you that needs to do that. And maybe you're expecting other people to have the world that you want, but you have to kind of leap towards the world that you want instead of I think this would be a very big mistake this week to just kind of feel like I'm just like too overloaded and I'm not going to show up for anything. Yep, the Hangman. You definitely feel stuck, and I think that would be the biggest mistake for you this week. I think that you need to like kind of show up more, and you need to, you know, not throw it all to somebody else, because I almost feel like somebody else will like leave. The Fool, yeah. That would be stupid. What's going on with that 3 of Wands? 3 of Swords reversed. Yeah, there's nothing to be heartbroken about except for the actions that you take and the stupid actions that you take of playing victim or expecting other people to do things for you. What's Avalon? What's Camelot got to say? What are the good people in Camelot here to show up? Yeah, you got the Mist of Avalon here, so it definitely feels like you're going through a really weird rite of passage. You feel like the relationship energies, or you and yourself, there's kind of a, like, what's the illusion? What's the boundaries? You're enchanted, but there's definitely a big transformational moment here, and you could be falling in kind of like a really south or north. It just all depends on how you're going to handle this energy coming through this passage here. This is definitely feeling like a passage. Pay attention to it a lot more than just normal. You got the routine, and I'm pulling one more. Neptune. Oh, that's kind of opposite. That is this full moon energy. I feel like, yeah, yes, you got to figure out your work, your day-to-day life stuff. And I feel like you're kind of in a place where you just have kind of like let go of all that, or you're just kind of over your day-to-day work and routine. So you got to make some sort of change here in order for things to go a lot better. And I think that, you know, you can't also give up. And yeah, you got to find your power. You got to show your power. I feel like somebody's trying to maybe walk away if you're going to just be the fool and not show up right now. That's kind of weird. Well, you did get the courtesy. This is your issue, is you're just like, your shadow here is, you know, maybe you're not being polite. Maybe you're not being thoughtful. Maybe you're not bringing good manners, or maybe you're being too thoughtful to people who really don't care. The wolf's there, you know. Are you being the wolf, or are you not being courteous? Right? Or are you being Little Red Riding Hood and not thinking clearly and being a little too nice to the wolf? That's kind of interesting. We'll get a little clarity here. Well, I'll get a little more clarity. The Tower card. Shit's really kind of going to a crazy moment here in your life here. And it's like, you need to see who really wants to be there for you, but not be playing off it that way. You still need to show up. And you pulled the Masquerade. You can't put a mask on at this moment. You can't try and mask everything, and you can't try and hide what's really going on. It's not going to work. You have to take the mask off. You required that from other people, so why would you do the same to others? You did get a big decision. Yeah, I felt it. This is a big decision, whether it's for you or for somebody else, but Ganesh is saying that you need to pay attention to this decision. What is this about? Oh, the Hermit. Again, this is showing. I don't know how many times I've got confirmation that you're just kind of ready to just kind of throw in the towel on stuff and expect other people to just show up and do all the service. Like, I just feel like it's not going to be working out for you good that way. If you're single out there, 8 of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Definitely work related, or your routine related, or your life related, about your skills. It's like, you know, or picking people, like, you know, this definitely has to deal with like, what are you doing with your life? Like, some people might not really want to be with you if you're not going to really show that you can control things and have a way to make things happen. I almost feel like, yeah, that 8 of Swords, like, well, don't pick people that are trapped if you're single in places and they don't know how to show love and all they know how to just do is their work, or you are feeling like you're trapped because you're having issues with work and something about love there with like work. You got a Justice card reversed if you're in a relationship with the Devil. So something's unfair, or you're with the devil, or you're being the devil, or I don't, that's a lot. 2 major arcana. Relationship Scorpios are going through a shit ton here. And with a 3 of Cups reversed, definitely there's no party that's going to save the day here. You got to face some deep shit. Especially, yeah, with an 8 of Cups reverse, like, it's not about walking away, but it's definitely about like coming back to terms and really having to go through some of the deepest shit that you've ever had to go through. And I think that's for both. What's going on with sex life here? 4 of Swords reversed. It's like not feeling like the emotions are fully there, that it's a safe space, or maybe somebody doesn't want to stay the night after. 6 of, that's the most boring sex card. So I almost feel like, you know, how you play this week and your energy is how your whole life's going to go. And this is a huge week with this big decision energy that's coming, that Ganesha showed, and with all these cards. I mean, geez, and you're in this Miss of Avalon here. You're in this 6th house routine thing. I even pulled an extra one for you here with the sacrifice and the power that you got to find here. Let's see what's going on with you, Scorpio. You did get twin flame energy. You did get that with closure. Uh-oh, is this a closure of a twin flame situation? Family concerns that are coming up. And busy and distracted. So, I mean, maybe this isn't closing it, but, you know, maybe somebody's thinking about closing it, and that could come up this week. And there's heartbreak there. So I think that it's about, you got to be really careful about how you play it. Good luck. So maybe you do have good luck about this, but it's about how you play it. I keep getting that. This is pretty intense here. You got Mercury here, you got Virgo here, and you got in the 2nd house. I mean, I think that you got to communicate exactly the things that you want, but you can't be too You got to know what to spend your time and energy on to communicate about. You don't want to talk about every little thing. You only want to talk about the most important things. Maybe you're bombarding people with too much, or that you're not asking for enough, or that you're asking too much. You know, like, that's quite a lot. Let's see what victim that you are being right now. What victim are you doing to yourself? What villain are you being right now? We are picking from the villain deck from Disney right now to see what villain you are being and what subconscious energy you are attracting to yourself, to others, and more importantly, creating havoc in your love and romance relationships. You did pull the King of Wands upright. So I feel like, you know, you're acting like you are the king of love, but, you know, are you really? Are you really all in? Are you really going to... You know, it's almost like expecting other people to show up to you when you have to learn to show up to other people. Back to you.
All right, Scorp. 11th house full moon this week. Definitely a kind of a big check. I think you have so much going on in your 4th house with the Aquarius energy. And then there's this 11th house full moon, which is very interesting to me. And I feel like you're at this point where you've been in this emotional place, and now this full moon's bringing out more emotion. But it's almost like you need to be emotionally intelligent to make the right sort of path, or to make the right choices. Like, you almost have to disconnect a little bit, but it's going to be heightened emotion. And I think this definitely is around groups and friends and people in your life. And do they fit into the foundation that you are building? And especially with Venus in your 4th and Mars, and they're getting ready to square over to Uranus in your 7th. With the 5th house you're having right now, it's like you have to have people in your corner that are going the direction you want to go. There's got to be balance in that area. I feel like, too, with the 11th house full moon, it's like there's got to be win-win energy, or you're not on the same sort of timeline or same sort of connective force. So it's very interesting. Your heart definitely knows what it wants right now, and it's getting a big boost. But you got to be willing to, you know, kind of disconnect so that you can make the smart choice with the right people. And it's probably by doing something different with that Venus square Uranus. Like, if you want security within yourself, you kind of have to disconnect from what the world wants, find that security, and then connect fully to the people that are bringing that love and magic as well.
Big time, big time. Wishing you all the best, Scorpios. I know it could be a lot right now, but you do have all this love going for you, but you are moving into the 6th house. Don't forget about that. So you better make really smart decisions about your love stories, about the reality that's coming.